As I mentioned during Friday's Athletic Awards night, Thomas Blecher is in line for 3 squash awards. The Charles F. Bullen Trophy is the school's best player, the Morjani Family Trophy for leadership, and a distinction award. While I will focus on the latter, you will see that what makes him an obvious recipient for the award are the very same criteria which make him a candidate for the other 2 trophies as well. I am very excited to be up here presenting a distinction award. It is my second time in as many years speaking about a very special athlete. As I began to formulate a plan for my speech, I was very worried that I had used up all the applicable anecdotes and superlatives in last year's speech. Yet when I took out my pad and pencil at the mechanic last week, the words and ideas started flowing. I'd like to start off by listing some of the accomplishments of Thomas Blecher. A perfect CSA campaign, 10-0 in the regular season, 3-0 in the playoffs. Not only did he beat all challengers, but did it in convincing fashion. If my records are correct, he only lost 1 game or set all season, blanking all other opponents. His one and only loss this year came during our road trip to the United States, where we played some of the premier high school squash teams. And it came against arguably the best high school player in the whole country, an Egyptian named Osama Khalifa. This player is also almost considered to be better than all current college players, and is ranked among the top 400 adult players in the world. Thomas gave this young man his greatest challenge at the U.S. tournament, and for much of the match, was able to push him to his limits. Thomas's name is well known in the squash community, both here and in the U.S. Several old boys and longtime TCS coach Tim Hay came to the CSA Championships this year primarily to see him play. And during the tournament, I happened to be eavesdropping on a conversation between 2 Nick-based players, one of whom is one of the top players in our league. Their teammate was playing on one court opposite Thomas, but instead of cheering him on, they had turned around to watch Thomas at work. The top Nichols boy was using this opportunity as a teaching tool for his younger and less experienced teammate. "It's unbelievable what he can do on the court," he started. This followed with several comments like, "Did you see how he did that? Watch what he does here. Look at the choice he made there. And see how he anticipates and moves to that next shot." The 2 boys never turned back around toward their teammate again. While he is admired for his skill within the greater squash community, Thomas should be especially proud of how his teammates view him. They don't just see him as a squash god, admiring his artistry as he executes seemingly impossible shots or retrieves balls no human should be able to get to. They also respect his immense knowledge of the game and its intricacies, which is evidenced by how often they consult him on strategy and stroke work. This year, Thomas has been more than our top player and captain. He is a mentor, a coach, and my right-hand man. He is the first person players go to for advice. He is the first person on the court when a player needs a quick word between games. He is also the one to volunteer to take a practice on his own so that he can work on aspects that he feels need immediate attention. He takes his role as captain very seriously and is emotionally invested. He will be the first to issue the congratulatory high five and is heartbroken at his teammates' tough losses. This is Thomas's Bigside squash team. Today marks the end of an era of one of the most talented and accomplished athletes in recent TCS history. It has been a 6-year journey to this point, starting in junior school, and he is leaving quite the legacy. Perhaps Thomas's biggest contribution to TCS squash is his role in raising the profile of the sport at the school. Squash has grown during his time here, and it is in no small part due to Thomas's influence. Student participation, both recreational and competitive, is way up. Squash is on people's radar because Thomas put it there. He has grown as a player, a person, and a teammate over these 6 years, and has proven himself to be a true ambassador for the game at Trinity College School. It is my great pleasure to present the Charles F. Bullen Trophy, the Morjani Family Trophy, and the Distinction Award to Thomas Blecher.
time like that. That was incredible. Thanks, Mr. Vojnov, thanks, Mr. White, for organizing the whole event. It is great to be back at TCS. I don't know how you felt last Tuesday. I was thinking of you, having spent my March break visiting a lot of alum. I started off visiting alum. Somebody who graduated